And that's going to be the objective of today's video. I'm going to play the Super Pershing and hopefully show you how it does in the current meta. Alright, so I've gone and set this thing up. As you can see, I've got basically my M48 pattern crew in here. I've got a V-stab, a rammer, and vents, and I also run 30 AP, 20 APCR, and 4 HE. That's basically my pattern setup. Let's take it into a game. Oh shit. Himmels, Jesus, I haven't played this map in a very long time. For this one, oh, it's Encounter, and there's 3 RD. I was expecting to be able to just go to the tank alley, because generally speaking in Team Deathmatch, I just go to there in this type of tank. But, okay, so what do they have? They've got the 3 RD, right? So the hill is kind of going to be difficult to play because RD will be sitting up at A1, putting shots into the hill from, you know, like this. And then also RD likes to sit at A0 and puts shots on you if you poke here. So, the other problem with going to the hill on this map is obviously the cap circles on the 2 line. Now that's not as big of a deal because you can drive downhill towards the cap circle. And in a tank like a Super Pershing, you've got a relatively high top speed, so you can kind of afford to go hill when there's less RD. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to the tank alley anyways, and we're just going to try to very aggressively push that. Now, if I run into the low or the OHO or the IS-3, it's going to be difficult, but I would kind of expect those guys to go hill. You know, most people don't choose to not go to the hill if there's 3 RDs, so it's like, I should be okay. Anyways, I do have the KV-4 with me, so that's great. Now, I guess that's, like, we figured out our initial position. The next thing is to kind of just watch the team and see where they go, and then kind of see if we're right about our prediction for where the enemies go. I don't know who I'll be fighting against, obviously, but, you know, as you can see, they've got the OHO who's gone to the hill. That's going to be a big deal for me, because as a Super Pershing, it's like OHOs are very hard for me to deal with. Now, when I play the, oh, that's a 4-2-2. When I play the tank alley on this map, I really like to get here if possible. Obviously, in a Super Pershing, it's kind of difficult to get hull down, but this position does allow you to do that, and they've got the low up there too. Okay, so this 4-2-2 is backing off, so what I want to do when their whole team is on the hill is I want to push through the tank alley and sort of secure the cap for my team, because in my mind they're going to win the hill, and while they're winning the hill we need to make sure we're killing. So I'm looking to the right to make sure there's no one over there. 4-2-2 puts a shot into me, that's okay, because I do have backup here, and this KV-4 actually has his KV-4 2 marked. 4-2-2 just fired, we're going to poke with this ISU here. See if I can just get the track or something. The ISU will hit him. Did the ISU... oh, the ISU stock. Okay, so this guy's going to die. They're going to win the hill, and once this guy dies, the next step is almost to not block the KV-4 and not get blocked by him. But basically, I almost just want to flank them. So what I'm going to do... that's a Progetto. Just going to fully end this shot if he doesn't notice. He backed up, unfortunately. But what I almost want to do is I almost want to get to here and shoot at the rear of anyone who tries to come down to, like, defend their base or whatever. So you can see the game's a tie, and that's kind of because we've managed to push the tank alley, and it's kind of worked out. But they have the hill, we have the tank alley, and we also kind of have the cap. So this is a difficult position to find yourself in. Okay, so we don't know where their other arty is, but like I said, I do kind of want to get to here to try to shoot at people who are like so. The risk is that the Progetto like pops down here and starts to flank me. If that happens, I'll just back up. So I'm looking at my map to make sure there's no one behind me, but there's a GW. Maybe the T-29 gets the kill, perfect. This Progetto is probably going to try to clip out the T-29. Evidently not. And we also know that there's no one flanking us right now. So because the Progetto's gone to the hill, that's fine. I have half a mind to shoot at this T-71 actually. Oh fuck, the turret rotation. If this was a Russian medium or a Patton or something, I would have had the kill, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to retake the hill, because I kind of suspect that this IS-6 should be able to kill these E-25 and VK. Like, those tanks can't actually pen him, and the IS-6 is full HP. So I kind of expect that my team should be able to deal with the 1-2-3 line just fine. And, oh, okay. They're actually in the tank alley right now. It's good we push through. I'm just going to turn around and deal with the low, the OHO, and the 45 TP. Now, the problem is that's about 4,000 HP, roughly, and at least I do have a flanking position, so as this OHO pushes through, I'll kind of have shots, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide, because I kind of want... this IS-6 is distracting the OHO. Okay, hiding's useless now. I was going to let the OHO just sort of drive forward so I could flank him in the future, but obviously that's not happening. This OHO isn't looking at me, so he'll give me the side of his turret here. If he drives forward slightly, let's hope this one hits. Good, it does. That's 250 damage. And you can see this KV-4 is joining me, so I'm going to start pushing into the low. And, you know, if I can kill the OHO, then I can get behind the low, and hopefully we can sort of progress from there. So that's... that's the rough plan. You see the KV-4 is pushing forwards. He's going to have the low to his right. The OHO's obviously looking at me because, like, that's the right thing for him to be doing. I do have spaced armor, and the OHO's kind of looking away, so I'm going to try to take a quick shot, and that guy misses, thank God. The reason I took the shot is because I figured, you know, he would have to snapshot at me or whatever. So because he's reloading, I'm just going to make sure I can out DPM him, and I can just actually sort of push into this guy right here. I do have spaced armor, so this is fine. It's an okay fight. I just don't really like fighting Ohos because they always do damage when they shoot you, regardless of how well you angle your armor, so, you know, it is what it is. But we're going to kill this Oho, then we're just going to drive after the low, and we have to watch out for the SU-130, who's actually still on the hill, so we'll load AP for the low, because we don't really, I do want to make credits. You can see that this is where the Oho shot me, and that's why he only did 100 damage, but let's see what's happening here. T-28 is going to kill the T-29. Low is going to kill the RD. I think the EBR hot should be able to kill the low, but we'll see. That hasn't happened. I don't know why, but regardless. So this low is going to be facing me because he's got that... Oh, he's not. I would have been shooting at the T-29 if I was him, but you can see he's swinging his gun around. I'm just going to fall back. I want to save my HP here because obviously the carry is needed. Go for the lower plate right there. Good. Now we're going to load APCR for the T-28 prototype. That's pretty much the last guy that I need APCR for, but you'll also note that they've got 2 tanks on our cap. So I'm going to see if I can help out this T-28 prototype. And, like, because of my position, I'd rather be shooting at the... I would have rather been shooting at the IS-3 and the 45 TP, but obviously, like, I'm in a hella slow tank, so I can't really go teleport across the map to J2. So I'm going to deal with this T-28 prototype, then we're going to go after the Progetto, and we can also kind of assume that the Lorraine has kind of escaped towards the hill. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to take the hits for the T-29 because he'll back me up or whatever. And assuming that we can get the T-28 side or whatever, the T-29 with his stock gun should be actually really useful because he'll have the DPMs. So I'm just going to drive forwards, I'll take the hit, and then hopefully the T-29 follows me. There we go. That's good enough. I didn't actually have to take the hit there, so I'm just going to play this game because I'd rather minimize the amount of hits I take, obviously. Good. And this guy just fired, so we'll actually be able to get the kill probably. And then we'll continue to chase down that Progetto, who isn't helping this guy whatsoever, so... Now we get to climb the hill in my fucking super Pershing, but we've done 3,100 damage so far. That's us being top tier. The Progetto's a 2-shot. We also can kind of assume that Lorraine is either waiting for us, like, right here, or he's run away. Like, those are the 2 best plays for the Lorraine, is to either hide or try to shoot us as we come up the hill and just sort of get damage like that, but... I really don't know what the Lorraine's done. Obviously, he's been running away this entire game, so... Right, like, making this play, I think, would be the right one, even if I was lower HP, because I would assume the Lorraine had run away, but, we'll see. The Progetto is probably waiting for us to come around the corner so he can track us, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of driving like this to make it more difficult for him. He's not waiting for us to come around the corner so he can track us, so I'm going to assume he's hiding behind here right now, just sort of looking for shots on people like that KV-4 or whatever, and just sort of staying safe. Now, obviously, he isn't here, so I'm just going to continue to drive forwards. It's very possible that the Progetto has run away. That would have been that would have been a really smart play for him to do. Okay. So now we're chasing down a Progetto in a super Pershing. I would think that the Progetto has gone towards his 45 TP right here. So instead of sort of going like this, it's going to be a lot faster for me to just go down where this T-29 is because, you know, that's where I would go to my teammates if I was in this Progetto's position right now and, like, had chosen not to play this fight. So we'll see. I'll cut this out because literally it's just driving. Okay, so... I'm down here. You can see the Progetto has gone to exactly where I would have thought he would go. You can also assume the RD, so yeah, exactly, there's the RD. I'm going to continue to drive forwards. Maybe we can get more damage. It sucks that we literally climbed the hill and got nothing out of it, but, you know, it's interesting how plays like that will work, right? So if you're in a situation like I was, I chose not to go to the hill, but what I did make sure is, if you're ever in a situation where there's no enemies in front of you, make sure that you might, like, it's sometimes very smart to push. This guy... Perfect, get the kill. 45 TP might be next, but might also be able to get behind him here. We'll see, the KV-4 wants help. We have 2 minutes left on the cap, and I do want the kill. I wonder if the I wonder if this EBR Hotch is like, oh. There we go. KV-4 gets the kill. So that was a 5-kill game. That's my first game with Super Pershing. Let's go take a look at the end plates. Jesus. Mastery badge first class, 3,118 damage, 5 kills, 51k credit profit, 41,000 of those credits went to ammunition. Then we also spent 3k on the repair and 3k on consumables. So yeah, Jesus, that was a pretty good game. That's how I like to play Himmel's Encounter. Like, I like to kind of go Okay, one theory that you could try to apply in your games is like you could always consider going to the side that's weakest and just pushing it, and that might actually help you in a lot of games. I find that when you're top tier, that works really well, and you can see that's kind of what we did in this game. So, you know, it doesn't work in every single situation, but in general, if you're trying to win more, one thing you can do is like try to play the weak side and just push through it, and you know that worked here. So you have to be careful when pushing through, because sometimes you'll push into more than you can deal with. But yeah, anyways, that's the video. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you want to support my channel, a great way to do so for free, assuming you have Twitch Prime or whatever, is to subscribe to me with Twitch Prime on my Twitch channel. I'll leave a link in the description so you can do that. It gives me like $2 or whatever, and it's a great way to support me for free. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.